Gin Ichimaru is a fraud, albeit a tragic fraud. Gin is the right-hand man of Sosuke Aizen, the main antagonist, and his goals remain a mystery throughout most of the series. It's not until his climactic reveal to Aizen do we learn his true goal, which was to recover what was stolen from his beloved friend, Rangiku Matsumoto, which is somewhat ambiguous, but you can ascertain from the story that it was part of her soul that was stolen. Aizen was the ultimate culprit in this act, putting parts of her soul in a object called the Hogyoku. Both Rangiku and Aizen were both unaware that Gin had witnessed this disgusting act, and it was from this act that Gin's fraudulent behavior begins. The main story leads us to believe that Gin simply wants to serve Aizen, that he's loyal to him, that he wants to see what his ultimate goal turns out to do to the world, when in reality for thousands of years of his life, he faked this loyalty, wanting to simply get closer to Aizen, to find an opening. And we do get hints of this throughout the story. People say that he's weird, he acts strange. The first real hint we get that Gin isn't as cold-blooded as he appears to be is when he escapes with Aizen from Soul Society. He refuses to draw his sword against Rangiku, who has her sword drawn to him, only leaving her with a silent message. Another time we get a hint of this is when he fights Ichigo for the second time. Ichigo has a lot of abilities, but one that isn't talked about enough is whenever he draws swords against someone, he can tell what they're thinking if their heart is in the fight. However, with Gin, he's unable to do so, as if he's hiding something. While Ichigo thought that their battle was a fight to the death, it actually wasn't. Gin had no intention during this battle to off Ichigo. Instead, what Gin did was analyze him during their fight, weighing him against Aizen and the possibilities of him winning. And finally, when Gin thought he found his moment to strike at Aizen, it unfortunately didn't work out. Gin's Bankai is incredibly strong, so it makes sense during this part of the story why he would be the only good guy that they would off. Even though Gin pretty much obliterated Aizen's chest, the Hogyoku kept him alive. The bittersweet part about Gin's death is that Rangiku finally sees him for who he was, someone trying to save her. And when Ichigo arrives to save the day, he does die in peace. Rest in peace, my frauded goat.